Welcome to Toptoob, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 5 best video games of the century so far. So many amazing games released in the past 2 decades, it can be difficult to narrow down the list to just 5. But we've scoured through the most popular and critically acclaimed games, and come up with our definitive list of the top 5 must-play games of the century. From epic open-world adventures to heart-pounding shooters, we've got you covered. So sit back, grab your controller, and let's dive into the world of gaming excellence. Number 1. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, released in 2017. This open-world action-adventure game from Nintendo is widely regarded as one of the best games ever made. Winning numerous awards and breaking sales records, the game takes place in a vast and beautiful world where players can explore, fight, and solve puzzles. The game's central mechanic is its innovative physics engine, which allows players to interact with the environment in numerous ways, such as using their shield as a snowboard or creating their own improvised weapons. The game's story follows Link, who awakens from a 100-year slumber to discover that the evil calamity Ganon has taken over the world. Link must explore the land of Hyrule, collecting weapons, armor, and abilities, and taking on Ganon's minions to save the kingdom, with its stunning graphics, immersive gameplay, and a vast and dynamic world to explore. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is an unforgettable gaming experience that has captured the hearts of players worldwide. So if you haven't played it yet, we highly recommend it. Number 2. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt is an action role-playing game developed by CD Projekt Red, released in 2015. The game is based on the book series by Andrzej Sapkowski and stars Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter known as a Witcher. The game is set in a vast and richly detailed open world, filled with memorable characters, creatures, and quests. The combat system is fast-paced and tactical, requiring players to use a variety of weapons, spells, and abilities to defeat enemies. What sets The Witcher 3 apart is its compelling storytelling. The game's writing and voice acting are top-notch, with complex characters and engaging storylines that will keep you invested for hours. Players' choices throughout the game will affect the story and characters around them, with multiple endings and a wealth of side quests adding to the replay value. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt is a must-play for anyone looking for a game that combines epic adventure, deep role-playing mechanics, and unforgettable storytelling. Number 3. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an action-adventure game set in the Wild West, where players take on the role of Arthur Morgan, a member of the notorious Van der Linde gang. The game is set in 1899 and follows the gang's struggles as they try to survive in a rapidly changing world. The game's story is a masterpiece of storytelling, with a cast of well-written and memorable characters that players will grow to love or hate. The gameplay mechanics are deep and engaging, with an open world that is both beautiful and immersive. Red Dead Redemption 2 is not just a game, it's an experience. Players will be drawn into the game's world, and the decisions they make will have real consequences. From hunting wild animals to robbing trains, there's always something to do in this vast and detailed world. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a game that should not be missed. It's a masterpiece of game design that sets a new bar for storytelling and open-world gameplay. Whether you're a fan of the Wild West or just looking for a great game, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a must-play. Number 4. Portal 2, released in 2011 by Valve Corporation. Portal 2 is a first-person puzzle game that challenges players to use a portal gun to navigate increasingly complex levels. The game's innovative gameplay mechanics, witty writing, and memorable characters have made it a beloved classic among gamers. Players control the character of Chell, a test subject trapped in a mysterious laboratory run by an artificial intelligence known as GLaDOS. As players progress through the game, they encounter a host of unique and challenging puzzles that require them to use their wits, logic, and the portal gun to advance. Along the way, they'll also meet a colorful cast of characters, including the lovable robot Wheatley and the eccentric Cave Johnson. But what really sets Portal 2 apart is its storytelling. The game's narrative unfolds through environmental cues, clever writing, and unforgettable characters. The game's ending is particularly memorable, with a surprising twist that leaves players with a sense of wonder and satisfaction. In short, Portal 2 is a game that's not to be missed. Whether you're a fan of puzzle games, sci-fi stories, or just great games in general, Portal 2 is a must-play. Number 5. Half-Life 2, released in 2004, Half-Life 2 is one of the most iconic first-person shooter games ever made. Let's take a look at what makes this game so special. Half-Life 2 revolutionized the first-person shooter genre with its innovative gameplay mechanics. Players control Gordon Freeman, a scientist trying to save humanity from an alien invasion. The game combines shooting, puzzle solving, and physics-based gameplay in a seamless and immersive experience. Half-Life 2's story is told through environmental storytelling and dialogue, creating a world that feels alive and believable. The game's universe is rich in lore and backstory, with a cast of memorable characters that make the player invested in the story. Even by today's standards, Half-Life 2's graphics hold up remarkably well. Its detailed textures, realistic physics, and stunning lighting make the game look as good as many modern titles, and that's a wrap. Half-Life 2 remains a classic of the gaming industry, and for good reason. Its gameplay, story, and graphics still hold up today, and its influence can be seen in many modern games. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Toptoob, and subscribe for new videos every day.